If you didn't know, the Couch to Active 8-week experience is available in 3 unique formats. Get our online course for $99 that's independently done by you. Or do one-on-one coaching with me, which is your full VIP program to make sure you're getting it right. And brand new, the Pen Pal experience. Unique, fully pen and paper through the snail mail, you will complete the Couch to Active program. Choose the experience that will help you smile. This year, 2020, oh my goodness, everybody's different attitudes that I'm seeing in my social media bubble around Thanksgiving is really interesting. It's all over the board. And some folks are saying like, oh, Thanksgiving is wrecked. And other people are saying, oh, it's a conspiracy. And oh, this, yeah, I know. You're probably seeing it too. Blah, right? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to tell you today about what I am doing for Thanksgiving this year, 2020. And the reason it's important is I want you to be inspired to take a new and different attitude around the holidays this year and Thanksgiving in particular, because that's the one's coming up right in front of us, and really get out of that victim mode, get out of that victim like, oh, poor me, and get into a more empowered space, because we really do have the power to do so much more to make our lives good than we realize we do, even with all the media swirl around us, right? Okay. So what am I doing for Thanksgiving? Well, last year, and we talked about this, right? We talked about this at the beginning of November, right? You make your November plans, and the thing you got to do this year is make a Thanksgiving plan if you're in the United States, UK, Europe, Canada, Mexico, my friends over there, and in the Philippines. This will work basically when you had a day you wanted to do something and you didn't get to do what you wanted to do, and it was important to you. Okay? So Thanksgiving this year, I had a lot going on in my head. I had some grieving around, not being able to do a big Thanksgiving, in part because I've had so many years of not really being part of a Thanksgiving or being invited to one at the last minute, like the pity invite, right? Which, my friends, I so appreciate every pity invite I get for Thanksgiving. Some people assure me, no, it's a love invite. I'm like, no, if they invite you at 9 p.m. the day before Thanksgiving, that's a pity invite, even if they love you. You know what I mean? My hesitation here is my mind is going, but Lynn, already look at all the wonderful things you have, and you have a home. And if your issue is Thanksgiving, like, you have no problem, right? Okay. So I'm going to just push it aside, let it float away, because the issue of lives changing, especially around COVID, especially around so much going on in the media, it's real. It's a real thing we've got to wrestle with, work through, and come to terms. So I've had so much junk and hardship happen in my life over the years that this one really didn't faze me as bad, because I had learned some tools of how to deal with this kind of a situation that I was able to use to be more resilient. So here's the tool that I used for myself to work through what am I going to do for Thanksgiving. And yes, it has something to do with exercise. We'll get there. First of all, I realized I can still make a great memory in the midst of chaos. So in the midst of things that don't seem right or don't seem good or seem sad, I can still make a great memory in the midst of that without it being dishonoring to the fact that there's something bad going on. I can live in that duplexity, that duopoly there of, we've got COVID, so we can't have Thanksgiving with our families, but we can make another good memory. Okay. So that's one of the things I operate is I'm not, and I'm not afraid of like, is this the way Thanksgiving will be forever? Like, I'm not afraid of that. There's no slippery slope here, folks, going on. I'm not afraid of that. Then the second mindset piece, it's really all mindset, is I ask myself this question. Now that Thanksgiving this year is different and there's things I can't or shouldn't do, here's the question I ask myself. Okay, and write this down. This is a good one. What else can I do that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise if everything was normal or the way I wanted it to be? Okay, so let me say that again. What else can I do that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise if everything was normal or as is? So, for example, Thanksgiving this year, if everything was normal or as is, I have family in the area that I love dearly, and there would be the expectation that we would all get together, which is great. We would have a great time together, and it's also a whole lot of work, expensive and exhausting. So, because this year we're keeping it super, super small, I really thought, what do I really want to do? And so we actually came up with a plan that we are going to get together outdoors in Seattle, and it's cold, with just 2 friends of ours, some wine, and tapas. And I actually got some electric blankets, so we will be able to cuddle up in electric blankets and hang out and have a wonderful Thanksgiving afternoon with no big chore or, that's my word, maybe not be yours, of doing a great big huge dinner. No need to, just do massive amounts of prep. No need to have, thousands and thousands and thousands of calories of food all around me that I don't necessarily want to be eating anyway. Instead, I get to just relax and say, like, I'm just going to buy a nice bottle of wine, nicer than maybe I would normally buy because I'm not buying all this other crap. And I'm going to have a really nice time with a couple of friends. And guess what? I'm really, really excited about that. And it makes it easier. We're also going to go for a hike together earlier that in the day. So we're going to go get some exercise and do this. So it's like, for me, it's a dream come true. For me, I'm excited. Maybe that's not the plan that you would like to do for your Thanksgiving, but what I hope you can take from this is that you can look at, like, what could you do that was different? I mean, maybe, these Thanksgiving dinners are expensive. So maybe take the money you might spend on it and put it towards something else you've been wanting. And and I know everyone's situation is different, but maybe you spend $200 on Thanksgiving stuff and you could take that $200 and buy an ottoman for your living room. I mean, I don't, seriously. And you could be like, this is my Thanksgiving ottoman. I know it's kind of weird. But think of it that way. Think outside of the box. Think what makes you happy. Yeah. But in order to do that though, you have to first accept that it is what it is. You have to quit fighting your reality, and you have to allow yourself to grieve it, what you're missing out on, in order for you to be able to look forward and do something fun. And I guarantee you, if you make some fun plans in the moment of doing those fun plans you made, you probably will forget that it's Thanksgiving at all, but you'll still have a fabulous, fabulous memory. So if that's you, and if your Thanksgiving plans are wrecked and out the window, think about it. What exercise do you love? How can you get outside? What can you do? And how can you keep loving your life? Because ultimately, loving our lives and loving each other is really what it's all about. Alrighty, friends, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye now. If you haven't been exercising consistently but always wanted to, the Couch to Active 8-week experience is a great opportunity to make you succeed. Head over to couchtoactive.com and sign up for the online course, Coaching with Lynn, or the brand new pen and paper Pen Pal experience today at couchtoactive.com.